This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe, read by Sharifa Tahir. Headlines. The President says that corruption is the biggest obstacle to development of the country. State Minister Ajit Niwad Cabral points out that due to the loan policy of the previous government, the debt ratio increased. Political influences on Easter Sunday attacks investigations revealed at the Presidential Commission. Special programs planned in connection with the 95th anniversary of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News overseas, Biden vows 100 million COVID vaccinations for US in first 100 days. Sports news, the 16th and 17th matches of the Lanka Premier League will be played today in Hambantota. Local news in detail. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says that corruption is the biggest obstacle for the development of the country. He pointed out that corruption in any sector hampered development. He has mentioned this in a Twitter message issued in connection with the Anti-Corruption Day, which falls today. The President has said that weaknesses in monitoring mechanisms led to corruption. A country can fight corruption when people want to eliminate corruption. The best method to end corruption is that people not tolerating it. The President has said that the Vistas of Prosperity Manifesto paid attention to empower the citizens in the fight against corruption due to those reasons. He has further said that government considers eliminating corruption and fraud as a priority. The President has pointed out that citizens can do their duty by reporting such incidents to law enforcement officials. State Minister Ajit Niwad Cabral says that it is not beneficial to move the country towards foreign currency by taking large amounts of foreign loans. $2,300 million were scheduled to be spent on light train project during the time of the previous Good Governance government. $1,400 million have been estimated for the Kalani Valley project. Replying to a question from the opposition leader in Parliament, he said that a large amount of funds had to be allocated from the budget if it was attempted to be implemented to those two projects within next year. As a result, he said, essential projects that are being implemented at present would have been affected. The total debt of the government is 72% of the gross domestic product. He said that due to the loan policy of the previous government, the debt ratio has increased to 87% of the gross domestic product. State Minister Dayasiri Jayasekara says that suspicions arise where the foreign countries interfered in appointing leaders of the country and in politics. He mentioned this while testifying before the Presidential Commission to inquire into Easter Sunday attacks. He pointed out that some frontline Muslim ministers worked against one country, one law concept. He said that their activities also contributed to the attacks. Zahran Hashim was killed in the attacks. The state minister pointed out that a leader of an organization committing suicide gives the impression that they were handled by a foreign element. He said that there were shortcomings in the actions of former President Maithripala Sirisena. Testifying yesterday, interdicted DIG Nalaka Silva said various political influences obstructed investigations. He told the commission that all telephone conversations between him and Namal Kumara have been edited. He said that former IGP Pujit Jayasundara introduced Namal Kumara to him. He also said that Namal Kumara is a fraudster who wanted only money. He also mentioned that the senior DIG Ravi Senaviratna and director Shani Abesekara, who were at the CID, influenced him, and those led up to politics. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation giving you the news. Continuing with more stories here at home. Several special programs have been planned to be conducted in connection with the 95th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The official ceremony will be held on the 16th of this month. Among the programs are the launching of Radio Magazine, a pen drive representing various eras, new radio theme and issuing of a commemorative stamp. A Pirit chanting and almsgiving invoking blessings on the country and the people will be held on the 16th of this month. Religious programs will be held at all places of worship. An island-wide essay competition for children will be conducted to mark the occasion. Arrangements have been made to hold a music show with the participation of popular artists on the 16th of this month. It has been planned to be broadcast a series of Dhamma sermons over Sinhala National Service to coincide with the 95th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Accordingly, Buddhist sermons delivered by Buddhist monks who have passed away and the others will be broadcast between 10th and 16th of this month at 5 a.m. over the Sinhala National Service. A Dhamma sermon delivered by late Venerable Palane Sri Vajirangana Thera will be broadcast at 5 a.m. on the 16th. A Dhamma sermon delivered by Venerable Professor Madagoda Abetissa will be broadcast at 8 a.m. and a Dhamma sermon by Venerable Kompitiye Sri Susila Thera will be broadcast at 8 p.m. on that day. The programs are conducted under the guidance of the Chairman of the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation, Jagat Wickramasinghe, and Director General Chandrapala Liyanage. State Minister Dr. Nalaka Godaheva says that all traders at the Manning Market get more space at the new Manning Market complex. The market, which was located in 5 acres at Colombo Fort, has been established over 15 acres at the Paleogoda. He said that business should develop more due to the new market complex. That's local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Secretary General of Parliament Dhammika Dasanayake said the Committee on Parliamentary Business has decided to hold the first sitting of Parliament for the year 2021 on 5th January. However, the committee has decided to meet again later to discuss the matters to be debated in the first sitting of Parliament next year. Mr. Dasanayake said it was also decided at the meeting to increase the number of members of the Government Finance Committee. Accordingly, the number of members of the committee will increase from 18 to 21, with 1 member from the ruling party and 2 members from the opposition. The Committee on Parliamentary Business convened yesterday, chaired by Speaker Mahinda Yapa Abewardena.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And on Watchlight, the National Water Supply and Drainage Board says water supply for all by-roads, including the Kurunagala-Colombo Road and Kagol Road, will be suspended today for 24 hours. The water cut will be imposed from 9 a.m. today until 9 a.m. on Thursday. Moving on to world news. Headlines. Biden vows 100 million COVID vaccinations for US in first 100 days. Ethiopia admits that UN team was fired at on way to refugee camp. Saudi Crown Prince denies sending his squad to Canada. World news in detail. US President-elect Joe Biden has set a goal of 100 million COVID vaccinations in his first 100 days in office. He said his first months in office would not end the outbreak and gave few details on rollout strategy, but he said he would change the course of COVID-19, introducing his health team for when he takes office on 20th January. He urged Americans to mask up for 100 days. Government spokesman Redwan Hussein has confirmed that Ethiopian troops shot at the detained UN staff after they drove through checkpoints in the conflict-hit northern Tigray region. The UN team ignored instructions not to be in the area, he added. Government forces have been battling the Tigray People's Liberation Front in the region since 4th November. The UN team was reportedly trying to visit a camp for refugees on Sunday when the shooting occurred. Finally, on world news, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has rejected allegations that he sent a hit squad to kill and exile Saudi former intelligence officer. In a lawsuit filed in a U.S. court, Saad al-Jabri has claimed that the assassination attempt took place in Canada, where he fled 3 years ago. He says Mohammed bin Salman wanted him dead because he knew too much. The Crown Prince regarded the Saudi Arabia's de facto ruler, said Mr. Jabri was trying to conceal his own crimes. That's on world news. Moving on to development news now. The Cabinet has approved a proposal by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa as the Finance Minister to implement a project to manufacture semi-steel and total steel radial tyres for the export market. Co-Cabinet spokesman Minister Keheli Rambukwala said that Shandong Hahua Tyre Company Limited of China has submitted a project proposal to the Board of Investment with the investment of $300 million for the establishment of a project within the premises of Hambantota International Harbour to manufacture semi-steel and total steel radial tyres for the export market. Moving on to sports news now. In cricket, the 16th match of the Lanka Premier League Jaffna Stallions vs Kandy Tuskers will be played in Hambantota. The match is scheduled to begin at 3:30 p.m. Meanwhile, the 17th match of the Lanka Premier League between Dambula Viking and Galle Gladiators will commence at 8 p.m. tonight in Hambantota. In football stories, Manchester United's season suffered a huge blow as a defeat at German side RB Leipzig knocked them out of the Champions League. Needing just a draw to progress to the last 16, Gunnar Solskjaer's side conceded twice inside 13 minutes to leave their hopes in tatters before RB Leipzig added what ultimately turned out to be the killer third with 20 minutes left. FIFA World Cup 2022 host Qatar have been invited to participate in the European qualifying Group A by UEFA to help them prepare for the tournament. Qatar will play friendly games against Portugal, Serbia, Republic of Ireland, Luxembourg and Azerbaijan. As hosts, they have already qualified for the tournament, meaning results will not count towards qualification. On to some rugby stories. Rugby World Cup winner Steve Thompson and 7 other former players claim that sport has left them with permanent brain damage and are in the process of starting a claim against the game's authorities for negligence. Every member of the group has recently been diagnosed with early signs of dementia, and they say repeated blows to the head are to blame. It is the first legal move of its kind in world rugby, and if successful, could force change to the way the game is played. That's on sports news. Moving on to business now. Vision Care, one of Sri Lanka's pioneering eye care service provider, promises to make this season special by offering the most delightful seasonal gifts at the best prices that anyone could afford. Vision Care is offering an attractive promotion discount of 20% on glasses, which makes it the perfect gift. That's some business news.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And on economic news, Sri Lanka's stocks closed 1.39% higher yesterday. Colombo's oil share price index gained 1.39% or 90.24 points to close at 6,564. The S&P SL 20 index of more liquid stocks gained 2.41% or 62.12 points to 2,644.87. The market turnover was 4.2 billion rupees, with 134 stocks gaining at 72 falling. Meanwhile, the rupee closed at 186.50 to the US dollar yesterday in the spot market, while yields remained unchanged.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
When will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And on the weather update, the Met Department says several spells of showers will occur in the northern, eastern and Uva provinces and in Anuradhapura and Hambantota district. Showers of thundershowers will occur at several places in Sabaragamu, central and western provinces and in Goa and Mathura districts in the evening or night. And before we wind up, here are the headlines again. The President says that corruption is the biggest obstacle for the development of the country. State Minister Ajit Niwad Cabral points out that due to the loan policy of the previous government, the debt ratio increased. Political influences on Easter Sunday attacks investigations revealed at the Presidential Commission. Special programs planned in connection with the 95th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Foreign news, Biden vows 100 million COVID vaccinations for US in first 100 days. Sports news, the 16th and 17th matches of the Lanka Premier League will be played today in Hambantota. With that, we conclude the morning bulletin of news, and it's back to Heshma this morning.